श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता भक्ति योगो नाम अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्ता ये भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमाः। श्रीभगवानुवाच मय्याविश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेताः ते मे युक्ततमाः। ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यम् अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम् अन्येन्द्रियाग्रामं समबुद्धयः ते ब्रह्मज्ञानेव सर्वभूताहिते रताः। निकटरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तं सक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखं देहवद्भिरवप्यते।
Good afternoon to all. To auspicate the occasion with the legacy of Deviant tradition and reinstate our faith in our esteemed institution, I would like to request honorable dignitaries and the august gathering to rise to their feet for the Devi Gan.
अविरल निर्मल सलिल सदय ज्ञान प्रदायिनी ज्योतिर्मय हो चहु दिशि उद्घोष अभय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय प्रबल प्रवाहमयी नित नूतन जीवन दायिनी सदा सनातन वेद प्रणीता परम पुनीता ये धारा अक्षय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय दयानंद से प्रेम भक्ति ले हंस राज से त्याग शक्ति ले धर्म भक्ति का राष्ट्र शक्ति का हो दिन मान उदय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय सुख समृद्धि इसकी लहरें प्रेम शांति इसके तट ठहरे सघन शांतिमय प्रबल क्रांतिमय लिए अटल निश्चय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय।
Thank you. May I now request the dignitaries and the audience to kindly be seated. Levels of happiness touched the sky that day. Joy and delight which came their way, they felt as their dream came true. History been written with moments as delicate as dew. Once again, good afternoon to one and all present over here in this very special occasion of Investiture Ceremony for the session 2022-23. The Investiture Ceremony is a platform to showcase leadership skills and abilities of the students while upholding democratic values in the process of school cabinet selection. This is one of the most significant ceremonies in the scheduled school events. In this process, the students learn that leadership is the challenge to be something more than the average. And in this auspicious occasion, on behalf of the entire DAVCS family, I take this grand opportunity to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the August gathering. First, we welcome our eminent chief guest, IPS Sri Soumendra Kumar Priyadarshi, esteemed Commissioner of Police, Bhubaneswar, Cuttack, the esteemed Chairman of our School Managing Committee, Sri Sarat Chandra Mishra, Honorable Chairman, DAB Public School, Kalinganagar, Sri Madan Mohan Panda, esteemed Founder Principal of our school and Regional Director, Odisha Region, Dr. K.C. Satpathy, Assistant Regional Officer cum Principal, DAB Public School, Pokaripur, Dr. Sujata Sahu, Principal in charge of our school, Madam Indira Bhattacharya, Principal dignitaries of sister concerned DAB schools, esteemed academic supervisors, teachers, and beloved students. Once again, I extend a hearty and cordial welcome to you all to the Investiture Ceremony 2022-23 of DAB Public School, Chandrasekharpur. We are indebted for your gracious and benign presence. Moving on, music with a rhythm makes the environment around pleasant and joyful. It soothes the heart and soul. Music makes us forget our worry and makes a joyful heart. To begin this significant event, here we have the school choir all set to enthrall us with a musical rendition composed and directed by the music teachers of our school, Mr. Rupak Kumar Parida and Mr. Purna Chandra Swain. Now it's over to Purna sir and his team. Thank you all for the melodious performance and for instilling a sense of pride in each and every one of present over here. Once again, a huge round of applause for our school choir. Thank you. Before moving on, time to introduce the chief guest of the occasion. Today, we are truly privileged enough to have been joined by IPS Sri Soumendra Kumar Priyadarshi, esteemed Commissioner of Police, Bhubaneswar Cuttack, as the chief guest. And it's an absolute honor for me to introduce such an illustrious personality to the august gathering. Sir is not only an able and skillful administrator, but also a person of great human character. Sir was a bright student throughout his career. After B.Tech, Sir worked with Tata Engineering for a period of 2 years. Later, Sir qualified Indian Civil Service examinations and joined Indian Police Service in the year 1995 in Odisha cadre. Sir has served in the ranks of Additional Superintendent of Police, Superintendent of Police, Deputy Inspector General, and Inspector General of Police, which speaks volumes about the professionalism and efficiency. As Additional SP Puri, during Super Cyclone in 1999, Sir showed exemplary dedication in handling the rescue and relief operations very effectively. Later, Sir worked as Superintendent of Police in the districts of Ganjam, Puri, Cuttack, and Keonjhar. As Superintendent of Police Puri, Sir carries unique distinction of successfully conducting Ratha Yatra of Lord Sri Jagannath, a record number of 5 times in 5 consecutive years, with utmost discipline, maintaining law and order, which is why the role of Odisha Police and its professionalism has been well appreciated across the country and many times in the national media. As Superintendent of Police, Police Cuttack, and as the first Deputy Commissioner of Police Cuttack, Sir was instrumental in controlling crime very effectively in the Millennium City of Cuttack. In the rank of Deputy Inspector General of Police, Sir worked as DIG Admin and DIG of Police, Southwestern Range, Koraput, successfully tackling anti-Naxal operations. Subsequently, Sir was posted as a DIG of Police Operations Odisha. Sir was instrumental in containing the menace of left-wing extremism in the state as Inspector General of Police Operations and also as IG Police Intelligence Odisha. During Nabakalebar festival in 2015, Sir was appointed as the officer on special duty and conducted the festival smoothly, which was appreciated by all. Last but not the least, during the cyclone Fani in 2019, Sir was spearheaded the relief and restoration work successfully in Puri. And Sir was in team of those administrators under whose leadership Department of Police donated an amount of rupees 1.62 crores to the Chief Minister Relief Fund to support Fani affected victims. Sir has many awards and recognitions to his credit for his excellent work and professionalism. To mention a few, Sir has won the prestigious President's Police Medal for meritorious service for the year 2011, Governor's Medal for the year 2005, DGP's Discipline 2002, DGP's Commendation 2016, besides receiving a number of commendations from government and various quarters. During COVID-19 pandemic, Sir effectively supervised the police work as additional DGP LO. Sir worked as additional DG of Police, CID, Crime Branch, Odisha, Cuttack. Presently, Sir is serving as Commissioner of Police, Bhubaneswar, Cuttack. I must say here, Sir, you are a proud son of Odisha, and people of Odisha are truly indebted to you, Sir, for all your service full of passion and dedication in their safety and security. And today, we welcome you, Sir, to this occasion. And we feel blessed for your kind presence. And I'm sure our budding minds are going to be definitely inspired by your presence. Once again, thank you so much, Sir, for your gracious presence. Moving on to introduce the school cabinet. Now I would like to hand over the mic to two of our students, Adyasa Anindita and Smita Patnaik, for the further proceedings. It's over to you now, Adyasa and Smita.
Thank you, sir. Leaders are silent for those who speak, but speak for those who are silent. Good afternoon. It is a pleasure, more than an honor, to welcome today's august assemblage to the investiture ceremony of DAV Public School Chandrasekharpur for the session 2022-23.
I am Smita Patnaik.
And I am Adyasha Anindita.
We are here to take you through the proceedings of today's event.
Every small action has an effect. If we take a full glass of water, even the smallest breath of air can cause the whole glass to overflow. And that's what leaders do. They are the ones who produce the small actions required to propel a huge change in the society.
Leadership is an integral proponent of a student's walk of life. That's why our esteemed institution believes. Hence, it has offered the students ample opportunities to harness their leadership skills by introducing the school cabinet system.
Let us apprise you about the formation of the cabinet, which, first and foremost, involves the house system. The house system of the school was devised to promote team spirit and a sense of belongingness. Our institution comprises of 4 houses: Apala, Gargi, Maitreyi, and Sikata. Each of these houses represents a unique aspect of human virtue.
Starting with Apala. The house is named after the daughter of Rishi Atri, who was renowned for her knowledge and wisdom. The house represents a feeling that one might feel when they catch the first glimpse of the sun after a turbulent storm. It represents hope.
The house of Gargi is named after the daughter of Rishi Bachaknu. She is remembered by all as one of the most powerful icons of womanhood. This house symbolizes success, prosperity, life, and joy.
The house of Maitreyi is named after the wife of Rishi Yagyavalkya. She was a distinguished philosopher of her time and was known as a perfectionist in the teaching of Vedas. She was recognized as the Brahma Vadini. The brilliant pink color of this house portrays the warmth of friendship and illuminance.
The house of Sikata is named after a great female Vedic scholar. This house primarily represents a virtue that can only be born out of love and a sense of affinity. That is sacrifice. Sikata also represents spirituality and perseverance.
With the undying guidance and support of the regional director, principal, staff, coordinators, and the teachers in charge of different houses, the school cabinet carries out its duties effortlessly. The house leaders, supported by the assistant house leaders, representatives, and secretaries, encourage their housemates to participate in a wide range of co-curricular activities, while also maintaining the discipline and decorum of the school throughout the year. Hence, the cabinet system is what we consider the spine of our institution, as it represents the student community and strengthens the bond between teachers and students.
Now, I am pleased to announce that the moment we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. It is officially time to witness the outgoing school cabinet handing over the charge to the incoming cabinet members of the year for the session 2022-23. But before we start, I cordially request the benign presence of Sri Madan Mohan Panda sir, Chairman of DAV Public School, Kalinganagar, to grace the stage. I also request Madam Chinmay Mahapatra, the academic supervisor, to kindly accompany sir. And I request the third officer NCC, Madam Sushrita Rani Biswas, to kindly escort the dignitaries to the stage. Once you choose hope, you can go all the way, because hope is the last thing ever lost. Hence, it's only fitting that we start the ceremony with the House of Hope, Apala. Here we have the outgoing junior representative, Sri Vidya Das, handing over the charge to the incoming junior representative, Arya Upashita Sahu of Standard 7F, who is an authentic artist and a fervent reader of Roald Dahl. Next, we have the outgoing senior representative, Shraddha Suman, handing over the charge to the incoming senior representative, Adyasha Abhilipsha of Standard 8C, who is a marvelous singer and an eloquent orator. Now, let's witness the outgoing Assistant House Leader, Arman Rath, handing over the charge to the incoming Assistant House Leader, Sai Sohan Malik of Standard 9F, who is a budding athlete, a supple dancer, and has achieved many laurels in various categories. Lastly, we have the outgoing Apala House Leader, Mahashakti Hota, handing over the sash of responsibility to the incoming House Leader, Vedatrayi Reis of Standard 11 Commerce, who is a brilliant student, a dancer, and an avid reader. May I now request Sri Madan Mohan Panda sir to honor the incoming cabinet members of Apala House with their badges and I-cards. As you can now see, the leaders are being handed over the badges of responsibility and they are ready to discharge their duties for the year. I request the cabinet members of Apala House to take their positions. Thank you so much, sir and madam, for doing the honors. I request you to kindly take your seats.
May I now request Dr. Sujata Sahu, Principal of DAV Public School, Pokhariput, and the manager of our very own school to kindly grace the stage. I also request Dr. Anjushri Pradhan Madam, the academic supervisor, to accompany ma'am for further proceedings. I request Second Officer NCC, Madam Madhumita Chual, to kindly escort the dignitaries to the stage. Madam Madhumita Chual Singh, please. You can either choose to exist or to live, and living, my dear friends, can only come from hard-earned prosperity. So let's welcome the House of Prosperity, Gargi. First we have the outgoing junior representative Priyanshu Bishwal handing over the charge to the incoming junior representative Samiksha Patnaik of Standard 7F. She is a skilled artist, a dancer and an orator. Next we have the outgoing senior representative Krishnarani Kar handing over the charge to the incoming senior representative Roshni Priyadarshini Lenka of Standard 8F, who is a painter and a budding writer. Now let's witness the outgoing assistant house leader Pratiksha Priyadarshini Sahu handing over the charge to the incoming assistant house leader Shripal Bishwal of Standard 9B. Shripal is a proficient instrumentalist, a karate player and dancer. Finally, we have on stage the outgoing Gargi house leader Debolin Baral handing over the sash of honor to the incoming house leader Swastik Swayam Mohanty of Standard 11 Commerce. Swastik is a very hard-working and obedient student and a brilliant chess player as well. Now may I request Dr. Sujata Sahu ma'am to kindly do the honors of handing over the badges and iPads to the new cabinet members of Gargi House. Ma'am, please. Here is ma'am handing over the responsibility to the new cabinet members. donations. Thank you, ma'am, for doing the honors. I request you to please take your seat. May I now invite on stage Shri Sarat Chandra Mishra, the chairman of our very own institution, on stage for the further proceedings. I also request Mr. Pramod Kumar Patra, the academic supervisor, to accompany sir. I further request Third Officer NCC, Mr. Lakshmidhar Rautrai, to kindly escort the dignitaries to the stage. May I invite Shri Sarat Chandra Mishra to come to the stage. He is the chairman of our very own institution, so can we please have a round of applause for him? Light is not something that can erase the darkness that always exists, but it can erase the darkness that limits your life. Next up, we have the House of Illuminance, Maitreyi. Starting off, we have the outgoing junior representative, Mokshita Das, handing over the charge to the incoming junior representative, Ahana Swai of Standard 7C. Ahana is a sincere and determined girl with a passion for singing and writing. Now we have the outgoing senior representative, Abhiksha Tripathi, handing over the charge to the incoming senior representative, Akshadha Mishra of Standard 8D, who has brought many laurels for the school at the state level in the field of painting and newsreading. Next, let's witness the outgoing assistant house leader, Rupsha Nayak, handing over the charge to the incoming assistant house leader, Samitha Mishra of Standard 9, who is known for her proficiency in dancing with an interest for mono acting and modeling. Lastly, we see the outgoing Maitreyi House leader, Swati Mishra, handing over the sash of responsibility to the incoming house leader, Satyik Das of Standard 11, who is a recipient of the Inspire Award and has secured laurels in instrumental competitions as well as movie making. Now I request our esteemed chairman, sir, Shri Sarat Chandra Mishra, to honor the incoming cabinet members with their badges and I-cards. Here we have sir handing over the badges and I-cards. On stage, we have sir interacting with the incoming cabinet members of the House of Maitreyi.
I request the cabinet members of Maitreyi House to take their positions. Thank you, sir. I request you to kindly be seated.
May I now have the proud privilege of inviting Dr. K.C. Satpathy, Regional Director, DAV Institution, Odisha Region, and the founder principal of our school, along with academic supervisor, Madam Niharika Gantayat. I request and I also request Madam Indira Bhattacharya to accompany sir. I would request Second Officer NCC, Mr. Jitendra Kumar Hota, to escort our dignitaries. You will never know what you're capable of unless you're willing to sacrifice your boundaries. So let's move on to the House of Sacrifice, Sikata. Here we have outgoing junior representative Kavya Krishna Mishra handing over the charge to the incoming junior representative of Niraj of Standard 7F. He has achieved laurels in English and Hindi debates and is an avid reader. Next we have outgoing senior representative Shruti Sridas handing over the charge to incoming senior representative Tanisha Bishwal of Standard 8. She's a talented speaker and dancer. Now we have outgoing assistant house leader Subhajit Samal handing over the sash of responsibility to the incoming assistant house leader Dikshita Das of Standard 9. She's a skilled artist, classical dancer and avid reader. Last but not the least, let's witness the outgoing Sikata House leader Tejashwini Sahu handing over the sash of captaincy to the incoming house leader Isha Chaudhary of Standard 11 Humanities. She enjoys reading and participates in social work and multiple other activities. Now may I request Honorable Regional Director Dr. K.C. Satpathy sir to kindly give away the badges and icons to the incoming cabinets of House Sikata. Sir, please. Here we have a Reverend Principal, Founder Principal Sir, interacting with the students. positions. At the same time, I request the dignitaries to please stay on stage. Thank you very much, sir.
For the further proceedings, may I take the proud privilege of inviting our esteemed chief guest of the day, IPS Shri Soumendra Kumar Priyadarshi, to the stage. Can we have a round of applause for him, please? I also request our principal in charge, Madam Indra Bhattacharya, to accompany sir. And I also request the first NCC officer, Dr. Sarvadaman Singh sir, to escort the dignitaries to the stage. Sports is much like life itself. Once you see the target, you only have one chance to make the right shot. So, moving on to the sports leaders. Here we have the outgoing Assistant Sports Secretary, Simran Rao, handing over the charge to the incoming Assistant Sports Secretary, Avash Pate of Standard 9. Avash is a district level football player and is NCSE qualified. Now we witness the outgoing Sports Secretary, Sai Ishita, handing over the charge to the incoming Sports Secretary, Sneha Subhadarshini of Standard 11. She has been recognized as a zonal level basketball player while achieving laurels in athletics, kho-kho, basketball, and badminton. Another huge round of applause for them, please. May I now request the chief guest to do the honor of handing over the badges and I-cards to the incoming Sports Secretary and Assistant Sports Secretary. As you can now see, the leaders are being handed over their badges of responsibility. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. The Sports Secretary and Assistant Sports Secretary are requested to take their positions.
Our life is limited by our mind, but our mind can be broadened by culture. Hence, moving on to the cultural leaders. Here we have the outgoing Assistant Cultural Secretary, Samyam Pratyansh Padhiyari, handing over the charge to the incoming Assistant Cultural Secretary, Aparna Praharaj of Standard 9. She enjoys reading mythology, making Patachitra, singing and dancing. Finally, we have the outgoing Cultural Secretary, Shayashi Panda, handing over the sash of responsibility to the incoming Cultural Secretary, Ankita Priyadarshini Nayak of Standard 11 Humanities. She is an eloquent orator, a dancer and an actor as well. May I now request our revered chief guest to honor the cultural leaders with their badges and I-cards. Sir, please. Here we have sir interacting with the students and handing them over the badges.
Cultural Secretary to take their places. This will come as a delight to all the innovative minds of the school to know that a new post has been introduced in the school cabinet system, and that is the post of Innovation Ambassador, who will be handling all the innovative activities of the school. We know that wherever logic goes, creativity follows. Hence, we are proud to reveal the second new post of the school cabinet, the post of Literary Secretary. You'll be glad to know that Tanvi Malik of Standard 11 has been selected to be the first Innovation Ambassador of the school. Tanvi is a very familiar face among all the DAVians. She was awarded as the Tech Champion of Ideate for India and was a member of the 3rd overall winner team of NASA HERC. Similarly, the post of Literary Secretary has been appointed to Swati Sanghamitra of Standard 11. She will be handling all the literary activities of the school. She is an avid reader of motivational books and has a keen interest in swimming, art, and yoga. May I now request the Chief Guest and our Regional Director, former Principal K.C. Satpathy Sir, to kindly hand away the badges and I-cards to the Innovation Ambassador and Literary Secretary. Here we have Sir interacting and handing over the badges. Thank you, sir. I request the Innovation Ambassador and Literary Secretary to take their positions. Now comes the moment we had all been waiting for. It's time to welcome the captains of our student community, the school leader and the assistant school leader. On stage, we have outgoing assistant school leader Akriti Patnaik handing over the sash of responsibility to the incoming assistant school leader Yatna Yashashri. She is a passionate dancer, a lovely orator, and has achieved laurels in all the fields. Lastly, we have our outgoing school leader, Piyush Pritam Jena, handing over the sash of pride and honor to the incoming school leader, Laksh Walia of Standard 11 Science. Laksh is an outstanding orator and has a passion for writing. He has achieved laurels in debating, speeches, and quizzes as well. So let's put our hands together once again for our new school leader, Laksh Walia. May I now request our chief guest to honor the school leader and the assistant school leader with their badges and I-cards. We also request our regional director, sir, to join them. executive. Thank you very much, sir. I request the school leader and assistant school leader to take their positions. As you can now see, we have before us the newly elected school cabinet for the session 2022-23. Let's put our hands together for them. We're delighted to have each and every member of the team all set to discharge their duties with utmost sincerity while carrying forward the rich legacy of this glorious institution. Thank you so much, sirs and madam, for doing the honors. May I now request you to kindly take your seats. At the same time, I request Madam Indira Bhattacharya to kindly remain on stage. Now over to Sushant sir for the further proceedings.
Thank you, Abhyasa and Smita. Now it's time for oath-taking ceremony. When an oath is taken, the mind is more focused and attentive. Oath-taking basically guards against two things: the reproach of friends and offense against God. Now we have our young and energetic newly elected leaders in the form of school cabinet on stage to place their oath in the investiture ceremony. May I now request our Reverend Principal in charge, Madam Indira Bhattacharya, to administer the oath to the newly inducted cabinet. Madam, please. I of the school on this day solemnly swear that I will render my best endeavor and put forth my best efforts in true spirit of leadership with discipline, dedication, sincerity, and honesty, by taking part in the intramural competitions and maintaining discipline, harmony, and decorum of my esteemed institution. Thank you, madam. Now we have the newly elected school cabinet. They have already taken their oath on stage. A huge round of applause for all the members of newly elected school cabinet. Now, dear friends, this cabinet is incomplete without introducing the in-charge teachers of this session's cabinet. Now it's time to welcome the in-charge teachers of different houses under whose valuable guidance These student leaders will not only be groomed, but also learn to sharpen their leadership skills and carry out responsibilities. So I request our beloved Chairman Sir to kindly come up on the stage to do the honors. I request the Scout Master, Mr. Pradeep Kumar Panda Sir, to escort Sir. I request Chairman Sir, Sri Sarat Chandra Mishra, to kindly come up on the stage. To begin with the in-charge teacher for Apala House, may I now invite Madam Amarapalli Panda from Department of Physics on stage. Madam is the in-charge teacher for Apala House for this session. Congratulations, Madam. All the very best, Madam, in this new role. Similarly, for Gargi House, the teacher in charge for this session is Dr. Harihar Rautrai from Department of Social Science. Congratulations, sir. We hope students will gain best experience under your guidance, sir. Now for Maitreyi House. The house in charge teacher is Madam Mona Lisa Tripathi. Congratulations, Madam, and wish you good luck with Sikata House for this session. I'm sorry, Madam is from Maitreyi House. Now moving on to Sikata House. The teacher in charge is Madam Swagatika Vishwal. Congratulations, Madam. We hope students will feel motivated under your guidance, Madam. Congratulations. Now the most awaited moment has come. It's time to announce two big names as the house coordinators. They both will hold huge responsibilities of the school cabinet for the session 2022-23. So dear friends, any guess? One name is from the Department of Science and another name is from the Department of Literature. So revealing the suspense, may I invite Mr. Ramesh Chandrasekharpur as the house coordinator for senior secondary section. And Madam Chitrangada Mahapatra from Department of English for senior section. Both are hardworking, are known for their integrity. Congratulations and good luck to both of you, sir and madam. Under both of your leadership and guidance, we hope school cabinet will function effectively, gaining new experiences. Once again, a huge round of applause for both the house coordinators. Now I request Honorable Chairman, sir, to kindly take your seat. and also Madam Indra Bhattacharya to kindly take your seat. Moving on, I would like to call upon once again Adhyasa and Smita for the further proceedings. Adhyasa and Smita, please.
Thank you very much, sir. A flame cannot be lit without a match, but once it is lit, it can eliminate the night that conceals us. A leader always has the opportunity to take just as much he has to contribute, because the experience one gains as a leader is not only a learning path for others, but for the leader himself. Hence, I call upon the outgoing school leader, Piyush Preetam Jena, who has displayed immense capability in his tenure, to share his experience as the school leader. A round of applause, please.
Come on, guys, make some noise for the newly formed cabinet. Good afternoon, one and all present over here. Esteemed dignitaries, respected teachers, and my dear friends. I am Piyush Preetam Jena, your very own school leader, standing before you to deliver my last leader speech. First of all, I would like to congratulate to the newly formed cabinet. Secondly, I would like to express my gratitude to each and every one who have helped me throughout the 14 years of journey of my school life. The man who have always helped me, stood for me from the beginning, is none other than our regional director and founder principal, Dr. Chandrasekharpur. Thank you, sir, for always giving me an opportunity to showcase my talent in front of all. Then I would like to express my gratitude to our principal ma'am, Mrs. Indra Bhattacharya, for always giving me the courage to face each and every challenge very boldly with her all-time smiling face. Thank you, ma'am, for always having faith on me. Then I would like to express my gratitude to our coordinator, ma'am, for always guiding us what is right and what is wrong. Thank you, ma'am, for always being there with us whenever we needed you. At last, I would like to express my gratitude to all the house in charge teachers and all other teachers and students who have helped me directly or indirectly in this process. जिंदगी में कभी बुरे दिन का सामना हो, जिंदगी में कभी बुरे दिन का सामना हो, तो इतना हौसला जरूर रखना कि दिन बुरा था लेकिन जिंदगी नहीं। मैं अपनी पंक्तियों को फिर से दोहराना चाहूंगा। जिंदगी में कभी बुरे वक्त का सामना हो तो इतना हौसला जरूर रखना कि दिन बुरा था लेकिन जिंदगी नहीं। It's very painful from the core of my heart to say that finally my cabinet journey has come to an end. The fun, the craziness, the power, the responsibility that we all 22 members had this year was quite amazing. I don't even know from where to start and how to end this speech. But DAV Chandrasekharpur is not only a school for me, rather it is an emotion for me. It is the cause of my happiness. It is the cause of my success. It is the cause of transforming me from a dull and dumb boy to one of the leader of this finest institution. Today, I would like to highlight a major issue before leaving this school, which I have learned from this school. That is the value of life. Yes, I remember the day when I was the school leader. Then many of my friends came to me and said that you are so lucky. You have a good impression on all the teachers. All students like you. You are a topper and many more. But I asked myself that no one cares the hard work behind your success. Rather, all are focused on the success you have achieved. No one values the life of themselves, rather the desire to have the life like others. My dear friends, life is never easy going. It is you who can change it. Work for yourself, not for others, not to show others. Then only you can be a successful and strong person. खुद को इतना परफेक्ट बनाओ, खुद को इतना परफेक्ट बनाओ कि जिसके लिए तुम तड़पे हो वो तुम्हारी एक झलक देखने के लिए तरस जाए. Life is very small, so make it count each and every moment. I can proudly say that I have enjoyed each and every moment of my life in this school, starting from the missing of the classes to being the highest scorer in my class. Life is not all about eat, sleep, and repeat. Rather, it is much more beyond that. Being a biology student, it was very difficult for me to manage both the academics as well as the cabinet. But I have always tried my best and put forth my best efforts in managing both the things simultaneously. I don't know what I will be doing in the future or where will be I in the future, but I am pretty sure that all these memories I will carry forever. Thank you, each and every cabinet member who have constantly supported me in making this journey the most memorable one. I will miss you all. As we know that every beginning has an end, so here at last I would like to conclude by saying a motivational quote to each and everyone. ना भागना है ना ही रुकना है, ना भागना है ना ही रुकना है, अब तो बस चलना है, अब तो बस चलना है. मंजिल भी मिलेगी और लक्ष्य भी मिलेगा, अब तो बस चलना है, अब तो बस चलना है. With this, I, the school leader Piyush Pritam Jana, 2020 to 2021, sign out. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you so much, Piyush. We are sure your words have truly motivated all the students and struck their hearts. Another round of applause for him, please. Leadership is not an ability of the gifted. It is a culmination of experiences put together to form an opinion and believe in it. But to lead a crowd and take responsibility for your decisions often takes a brave heart who is willing to take risks and even more willing to accept flaws. Hence, let's listen to one of those brave hearts, our incoming school leader, Lakshwalia, speak about what he hopes to accomplish during his tenure as a school leader. Over to you, Laksh.
Revered RD sir, respected principal ma'am, esteemed dignitaries, honorable chairman sir, teachers, members of staff, and all my dear friends present over here. A very good afternoon to one and all. I am Lakshwalia. I can proudly and gladly say that I am the new school leader of DAV Public School, Chandrasekharpur. It's a never foreseen opportunity for me to stand over here and speak in front of all of you as the new school leader of DAV. I had never expected this to happen, but I had faith in myself, and my teachers and all my well-wishers believed in me. First of all, I would like to thank my God, who constantly showered blessings upon all of us, my parents, my teachers, my friends, my well-wishers, my team members, all those who constantly encouraged me, boosted me to come over here, apply for this post. Thank you to each one of you. My special gratitude to my team of outgoing cabinet members, mentors, coordinators, teachers, and all students who gave me advices, suggestions in each walk of life. It's not too old. I am still a fresher that I have joined a school. I did not know much things about this school institution, but all of those people who have helped me, I thank you all with special gratitude. Now, it's time for all of us, the present cabinet, to stand upon your expectations. I will strive to inculcate a sense of responsibility and commitment in each one of us. I will try that each one's heads are held high. No one is being dominated or suppressed. All are ready to shoulder their responsibilities as leaders. I and my entire cabinet pledge to work earnestly for this institution and uphold the glory and gratify it. Being a leader is a vital role. Ample responsibilities, but ample opportunities. It will be very difficult, but very easy if we can all be together. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, Master Lakshwalia, for expressing your thoughts and feelings and plan for upcoming days as the school leader. Wish you best luck. Can we have a huge round of applause for our newly elected school leader, Lakshwalia? Moving on, today we are privileged to have been joined by the revered chairman of our school, Sri Sharat Chandra Mishra, the navigator of the flagship of knowledge. I would like to invite Sir to come upon the stage and address the august gathering with her words of wisdom. Sir, please. And I request a member of Civil Defense to escort Sir.
Respected Chief Guest, respected Chairman Mr. Panda, respected RD Dr. Satpathy, respected principals and ARO Dr. Sujata Sahu, Mrs. Ipsita Das, Mr. Bipin Vihari Sahu, and my young friends, teachers and young friends. Let me first start with congratulating the new cabinet and hope they will perform well during the year to come. I also thank the outgoing cabinet, which performed well and maintained the dignity of the school. Now let's come to the subject. Why are we here? We are here celebrating the spirit of democracy. What is democracy? If you ask any student of political science, he will say democracy is a system of government. Much more than that, democracy is a way of life. Democracy represents certain values, value system. What are those values? Number one value is to appreciate and understand that there is a view, the other person has also a viewpoint. As you have a viewpoint, others have a viewpoint. And his viewpoint has also to be appreciated and accommodated. Secondly, though in a democracy, the leader of the majority group becomes the leader and the chief. Yet, once he becomes the leader, he is the leader of everybody. And he is a responsibility for taking care of the minority also. And in democracy, transfer of power, transfer of responsibility is done in a smooth manner, in a manner which doesn't give any room for violence. Transfer of power is to be in a very civil one. And once you are out of power, you should also cooperate with the new persons who have come to power. These democratic values should be imbued by all of you. Only democracy is not there. Being in the cabinet is not enough. With this value system, you should have some other value system also. That those value systems are, number one, you must have good habit. Habit includes hygiene. Hygiene includes cleanliness. Cleanliness is next to godliness. You must have good habits. Then you must have learned good behavior. Behavior is interaction with other people, how you interact with other people. Thirdly, awareness. Awareness of your surrounding, awareness of your environment, and don't be dependent on Google for awareness. Google will give you information. Google cannot give you knowledge. Information with analysis is knowledge. And the higher step than that is wisdom. So these things. Third, next is, don't be jealous of others. Don't talk ill of others. I will tell you a story and finish. Once somebody came to Socrates, the great philosopher, and said that I have to tell you, sir, something about one of your heirs. Socrates said, before I listen to you, I will ask you 3 questions. He said, what are those? He said, number one, have you verified whatever you are saying? Is it truth? He said, so that I cannot say. I only heard about it. Then he said, secondly, what you are going to say is good. He said, sir, that how can I say? It is again something. Then say, whatever you are going to say, is it useful? Is it of a utility? He said, of course not. He said, then why should I listen to you? If you are going to say is unverified, not useful, and also not good. That means whenever you are becoming jealous of somebody, talking ill of somebody, you are only displaying your sense of insecurity and sense of inferiority complex. Do not get involved with this. Have trust in God, have trust in yourself, and have developed good values, learn good. When you leave this school, learning the curriculum is not enough. Whether this value system which we have taught you, whether you have learned it or not, the value system is more important. I wish all the best for the new cabinet. I wish all the best to all of you. Thank you all. Blessings to you all.
Thank you, sir, for motivating our young students with the words of wisdom. I request you, sir, to kindly take your seat. Now, friends, time has come to felicitate the outgoing cabinet. And to do the honors, I would like to request our esteemed chief guest, Sri Swamendra Kumar Priyadarshi, to kindly come on the stage. At the same time, I would like to request Honorable Principal, DAV Public School Unit 8, Madam Ipsita Das, and Honorable Principal, DAV Public School Kalinganagar. Sir, please come to the stage. Sri Bipin Kumar Sahu, sir, please come to the stage. At the same time, I request a Principal, I see Madam Indira Bhattacharya, to join us on the stage for the felicitation of outgoing cabinet. Now it's over to Adyasa and Smita.
Success is an aim we all strive to achieve, but there are few who strive to achieve this for the sake of others. In the past year, the members of the school cabinet have all dragged their feet through mud and charged fearlessly into the storm of keeping the ideals of the school alive amidst the COVID pandemic. The perseverance and hard work of this worthy team has not gone unnoticed, and it's time to acknowledge and appreciate their tireless efforts. So let's begin with the House of Apala. Now I request the outgoing cabinet members of Apala House to come up on the stage. Here we have the outgoing junior representative, Sri Vidya Das. The senior representative, Shraddha Suman. The assistant house leader, Arman Rath. And the house leader, Mahashakti Hota. Sri Vidya is a marvelous painter and storyteller while being very sincere in her work. Shraddha Suman is a true leader, a graceful dancer, and a diligent student. Arman is an ambitious student with interest in coding, and Mahashakti Hota has achieved many laurels in martial arts. Can we have a huge round of applause for the outgoing cabinet members of Apala? Here we have the outgoing cabinet members of Apala House standing on stage for a photograph to carry on and cherish this memory. Another round of applause, please.
Next, let's move on to the House of Gargi. Now I request the outgoing cabinet members of Gargi House to come upon the stage. Here we have the outgoing junior representative, Priyanshu Bishwal, senior representative, Krishnarani Kar, assistant house leader, Pratiksha Priyadarshini Sahu, and house leader, Debolin Baral. Priyanshu is a sincere and hardworking student, a lead dancer, and an instrumentalist. Krishna Rani has multiple talents including singing, dancing, and writing. Pratiksha is an excellent dancer, fluent orator, and expressive artist. Debolin Baral is a sincere leader and has shown great interest in debating. Here we have all the students posing for a photograph with our dignitaries. A huge round of applause, please, for our leaders.
Moving on to Maitreyi House, I request the outgoing cabinet members of Maitreyi to come up on the stage. Here we have the outgoing junior representative, Mokshita Das, senior representative, Abhiksha Tripathi, assistant house leader, Rupsha Nayak, and the house leader, Swati Mishra. Mokshita is an excellent student and has keen interest in sports and reading novels. Abhiksha is a budding coder, a graceful dancer, and an efficient leader. Rupsha Nayak is a dancer, a hardworking student, and an authentic artist. Swati Mishra is a focused leader with dancing, singing, and culinary skills. On stage, we have the outgoing cabinet members of the House of Maitreyi.
A huge round of applause for them, please. Next up, we have the House of Sikata. I request all the outgoing cabinet members of Sikata House to come upon the stage. Here we have our outgoing junior representative, Kavya Krishna Mishra, senior representative, Shruti Sri Das, assistant house leader, Subhajit Samal, and house leader, Tejashwini Sahu. Shruti Sri is an excellent orator and debater and is a worthy leader. Subhajit Samal is a sincere leader with great talent in dancing and sports. Tejashwini has ambitions in the field of singing and writing. huge round of applause, please. A thunderous one.
Moving on to the cabinet members of sports, I request the outgoing sports cabinet members to come up on the stage. Here we have the outgoing Assistant Sports Secretary Simran Raut and Sports Secretary Sai Ishita. Simran is a national karate player, talented painter and singer. Sai Ishita is a skilled athlete and a national level swimmer. She is also a very diligent leader who is meticulous in discharging her duties. A huge round of applause for them.
Next up, we have our cultural cabinet members. I request outgoing cultural cabinet member Soumyam Pratyansh Padiyari and cultural secretary Shreyashi Panda to be on stage. Assistant Cultural Secretary Soumyam Pratyansh Padiyari and Cultural Secretary Shreyashi Panda are here on the stage now. Soumyam was among the top 40 competitors of dance Orissa dance and is a profound actor. Shreyashi is a melodious singer, an excellent writer and a gifted painter. A huge round of applause for all of them.
Now let's welcome our school leader and assistant school leader on stage. First, let's have the outgoing assistant school leader Akriti Patnaik and the school leader Piyush Pritam Jaina. Akriti is a brilliant student and has great talent in dancing, painting and singing. Piyush is a meticulous student known for his sincere and honest conduct. A huge round of applause for the outgoing cabinet members. So here we have on stage the outgoing cabinet members who will always remain the leaders in their lives. DAV Chandrasekharpur wishes them the very best for their future endeavors. Let this glorious moment be captured not only by the camera, but also by our hearts. With this, wishing good luck to both the outgoing and incoming cabinet members, I, Adyasha Anindita,
And I, Smita Patnaik,
take your leave. Thank you.
Thank you, Adyasha and Smita. Now I request all day's dignitaries to kindly be on stage. Now it's time to felicitate the outgoing in-charge teachers. Time to acknowledge and appreciate the role of outgoing house in-charge teachers and house coordinators for discharging their duty quite effectively with utmost dedication and sincerity, and felicitate them. And to do the honors, I would like to request all the day's dignitaries to be on the stage. Now let me call upon on stage Mr. Sangram Patra, outgoing in-charge teacher for Apala House. Mr. Satyabrata Mishra for Maitreyi House. Madam Smruti Sri Aparajita Panda for Gargi House. And Madam Upasana Maharana for Sikata House. They all laid their respective houses with the best of their abilities and in the best possible manner. Now let me invite Madam Sabitarani Panda, the outgoing house coordinator, and Madam Priyadarsin Raut, house coordinator. Under their valuable guidance, the outgoing school cabinet functioned most effectively. A huge round of applause for all the house in charge teachers and house coordinators. Thank you, sir and madam. Your role will always be appreciated. Now I request our esteemed chief guest, IPS Sri Soumendra Kumar Priyadarshi, to kindly be on stage, and all other day's dignitaries to take their seats. Dear friends, the most awaited moment of the occasion has come. Time to listen. Our eminent chief guest of the occasion, Sri IPS Sri Somendra Kumar Priyadarshi, Commissioner of Police, Bhubaneswar, Cuttack. May I call upon Sir to address the vibrant gathering. Sir, I am sure that your words will definitely inspire our young ignited minds. Sir, please.
Thank you. I know it's already late. I will not take much time. But let me tell you one thing. For me, it's a pleasure, privilege, and pride to be amidst these young friends. As Satpathy sir told, more than 2,500 of them. As Sarath Mishra sir told, and addressed you as young friends. I am grateful to DAV Public School Chandrasekharpur for inviting me on such a momentous occasion. A momentous occasion which defines leadership, which decides leadership, which sees the change of batons. My young leader friends and the leader friends who have just been felicitated. Let me tell you, leadership is nothing but coming first among equals. Why I said this is, these young friends have become leaders today. But I wish all of you, in whichever class you are a leader in making. And please make it. Please aspire to be here one day or other. I beckon to all of you, the parents, the teachers, to grow that leadership. This is no doubt a momentous occasion. As Chairman sir told, Cabinet, the investiture ceremony of the Cabinet, and very rightly it is written, celebrating the spirit of democracy with trust and confidence. I wish all of you follow this norm in true letter and spirit. I really do not want to, sermonize or preach for a very long time. But let me tell you one thing. Your school is DAV school. Dayananda Anglo-Vedic School. This is a school where modernity and tradition are embedded together. I have been here as Commissioner of Police for some time. I am born and brought up in this place. But let me tell you, and let me admit, the whole group of institutions which are chaired by eminent personalities like Sarath Mishra sir or Ponda sir, these schools speak of four things: tradition, values about which Sarath Mishra sir told, culture, which I saw, and more importantly, the ethics. You people are known, all of you who passed out from this school, you are known for these four things. And I wish you will continue with this. If I speak little bit in Odia, it's okay, na? Pile, ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ସିଦ୍ଧାନ୍ତ ନେଇଥିଲି ଯେ ପୁଲିସ କମିଶନର ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର କଟକ ହିସାବରେ ମୁଁ ଯୋଉଠିକି ଯିବି ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ କହିବି। ତେଣୁ ମୁଁ କହିଲି ତମ ସାଙ୍ଗେ କାହିଁ କଥା ହେବିନି, मुझे गोटे कथा कहबी जोटा मु सबुठी कहे मातृभाषा मु मानुची किछि पिलांकर मातृभाषा ओडिया न होई पारे किंतु जदि तमे भुवनेश्वर रे रही पाठ पढुच ताहले ओडियाटा शिखिबा दरकार। आमर गोटे परंपरा रही कौन बहुत परंपरा अच्छी सकाळ उठिले बापा मांकर पाद छुईब याठू भल परंपरा किछि अछि नाही काई करवानी मु कहली वैल्यू ट्रेडिशन कल्चर एथिक्स सही तो तुम स्कूल रो सबुठु बड़ जिनस बहुत स्कूल देखी बट जिते बेले भी डीएवी स्कूल कथा आसे मो मन रे एई कथाटा आसे तेणु मु बेसी तुमको उपदेश देबेनी किछि छोटिया छोटिया कथा कहबा को चाहूची बहुत बेळ हेलानी किंतु ए छोट छोट कथा कहबा को मु भाबी कि आस्तिले आ कहबी पिले प्रथम कथा हला जे आमे जॉइंट फैमिली सिस्टम रो न्यूक्लियर फैमिली आडू को जाउचे कुनी पिला माने टिके बुझीबा को कष्ट हबो आमे माने छोटो थिला बेले दादा खुड़ी मामू माई पीसी पीसा सब गोटे एकाठी होउथिलु सत कथा कहबी आज जो मॉडर्न जुग रे आमे माने अच्छे मोबाइल जुग रे बढ़िया कथा शरत मिश्र सर कहले आमे गूगल रे सिना फैक्ट्स पाइबा विजडम पाइबा कि पाइबानी गूगल रे फैक्ट्स आसीबो विजडम आसीबोनी से ज्ञानटा को केमती यूज करिवो सेटा निजे सिखिबा को पड़िवो एई जो ट्रांजिशन जॉइंट फैमिली टू न्यूक्लियर ट्रेडिशन पिले छोटिया कथाटे कहबी संपर्कटा रखिबो मते आसिला बेलू शरत मिश्र सर गोटे उदाहरण आमे जतबेले प्रिंसिपल मैडम को संगे बसिथिलु बढ़िया कथाटे कहले जने वरिष्ठ अधिकारी दी जन जाक वरिष्ठ अधिकारी ता भितरु जने सार को कहले मो छुआटी आसी मते कहूची मो पाखरे मो सांगे जदि खेलिबा को भाई भौणीटी नाही अंतत पक्षे पोषा कुकुरटे दियो काहे की अवस्था हमर आसीबो पिले छोट कथा कहबी आमे माने पूरा पाठ मोबाइल टीवी इंटरनेट रे रही गले टिके एथरू भी बाहरिया को पड़िबो गोटे बहुत बड़ चाइनीज प्रोवर्ब कहिची जे इन ए हेल्दी बॉडी रेस्ट से हेल्दी माइंड तम माइंड खाली शार्प हबो केते बेले जेते बेले योर माइंड इज हेल्दी हेल्दी बॉडी केते बेले हबो किछि चत्ता तो आउटवर्ड एक्टिविटीज फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज करबा को पड़िबो मते भारी खुशी लागिला जेते बेले तमरो स्पोर्ट्स रो हेड स्पोर्ट्स कैप्टन एंड वाइस कैप्टन जेते बेले हैंड ओवर टेक ओवर करले केना आजि काली हमें सेटा को टिके गौण दो भाव दउछ मोर गोटे छोट अपील तम समस्त को ट्यूशन जाउच पाठ पढुच टिके समय काढिबो मु जानि छी सर बहुत लंबा छुआंकर करिकुलम टाइम टेबल टिके एथि प्रति दृष्टि दबो द्वितीय कथा हला एटा बहुत इंपोर्टेंट जिंस पर्टिकुलरली जो पिला माने 9th 10th 11th रे अछंती मु सार को परमिशन नै छी रेस्पॉन्सिबल यूज ऑफ सोशल मीडिया पिले आजिकली प्राय सप्तम अष्टम पिला आ ता ऊपर पिला समस्त मोबाइल धरिछंती स्मार्टफोन धरिछंती बहुत कथा हमें जानूचे ए जानिबारे बहुत भल कथा भी रहउची किछि खराब कथा भी रहउची खाली खराब कथा रहुनी बेले बेले आमे कोन होउचे आमे ठकी जाउचे तेणु दायित्वपूर्ण भाव रे केमिति मोबाइल टे हो सोशल मीडिया हो एटा यूज करवा दरकार आमे भाबुचे कोन सत कथा पिले जो माने 10th 11 ने अछ तमे भाबुच तमे तम बापा मां को अधिक स्मार्ट काहे की यू नो हैंडलिंग ऑफ ए स्मार्टफोन बेटर परहैप्स देन योर पेरेंट्स किंतु गोटे कथा कहबी बापा मां जहा कहउछंती केवल तम भल पई कहउछंती सी तुमको सफल देखिबाकू सबु बेले चेष्टा करिवे तेणु द्वितीय कथा हला बी ओबीडिएंट बी ए गुड ह्यूमन बीइंग मु तुम गोटे कथा कहबी मु सार को कहूली मु तम भाया इंग्राजी मीडियम रे पाठ पढ़ी नथिली मु एठी भुवनेश्वर रे गोटे स्कूल अच्छी कैपिटल हाई स्कूल सेठू पाठ पढ़ुली आज जिते आम से स्कूल को जाई देखुचु मु गोटे उदाहरण देवी मु एई कैपिटल हाई स्कूल रो मेंटर माने जेहेतु पाठ पढ़ुली मते सरकार कहले तुम स्कूल को मेंटरशिप दियो पिले आश्चर्य हम मु मझिरे 120 पिला चाहिली देख भुवनेश्वर रे पाठ पढ़ुचंती जे टिके साइंस पार्क आउ प्लानेटोरियम बुलेइबा को तमे माने जानी कि आश्चर्य हम से 120 पिला भितर जणे केवल प्लानेटोरियम देखिथिला सी तो तमर भाई तमरी सांग ई भुवनेश्वर रोची कहीं देखी नथिला ता पई हुए तो ए सुविधा नथिला बा सुजोग नथिला मु कहीं एक कथा कहिबी पिले जानो you people are privileged one you are privileged on materialistic side two you are privileged to be a student of this eminent institution called DAV public school Chandrasekharpur जदि सबु प्रिविलेज्ड लोक खाली तांकरी निज कथा बुझिबे ए जो अंडर प्रिविलेज माने अछंती जो कथाटी मु कहली तमरी भाईटिया ये कैपिटल हाई स्कूल पढ़ी साइंस पार्क देखनी म्यूजियम देखनी बड़ हेले टिके नजर पकेब अंडर प्रिविलेज को पाई आमर गोटे नुआ कॉन्सेप्ट आसीची आमे कहूचे को आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग मु सब बेले कहे पिले गांधी जी कहिथिले there is enough for humans need on this earth but there is not enough for human greed से greed वाटा मुंडरू हटै दबो मु जानि छी जेमति तुम स्कूल लीडर I was so impressed with him मु देखुची bright future देखुची maybe in another 5 years he will be earning in crores गोटे कथा अपील करिवि कोन टिके तळु को नजर पकेइबो जे केते अंडर प्रिविलेज्ड लोक आम सांगे अच्छा किछि दिन तले तुम मैंने सुब्रत बागची सार को ना शुणिव शुणिच आमको भारी खुशी लगे सी आम ओडिशार लोक भुवनेश्वर पिला ए किछि दिन तले आमर गोटे इंस्टीट्यूट अच्छी इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ साइंस आमर रिसर्च रो सबुठु बड़ इंस्टीट्यूट आउ पृथ्वी रे लास्ट 2 दशंधि 3 दशंधि द्वारा प्रथम 100टा इंस्टीट्यूट भितर पृथ्वी रे परिगणित करा जाए बागची सर जाइथिले पिलांकर कन्वोकेशन रे गोटे भाषण देई के आसिले बोध 8-10 दिन तळ कथा मु जो पिला माने 10th 11th 12th रे अछंती तांकु कहिबी ए भाषण रो टेक्स्ट अवेलेबल से गोटे कथा कहले जे खाली सक्सेसफुल पिला हबनी आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग तको किए तको आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग कहले लर्न टू गिव कहितले मु एटा मो माठू शिखितली आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग कोन पड़िसा घर को तरकारीटे कले सी कहउचंदी तांको पिला बेल कथा तरकारीटे पठेइबो खीरीटे कले पठेइबो मु तुमको सही कथा अपील करी कौन अपील करी दबा शिख दबार जो मजा अच्छी से मजा नबारे नहीं लर्न टू शेयर तेणु मु सबु बेले जेते बेले छुआंक पाखु जाए भलो माने भलो पाठ पढ़ बहुत प्रस्पर कर किंतु ता सांगे गोटे कथा कहे जे भलो मनीषटे होबा को चेष्टा कर बहुत समय कहली मु जानी 4टा बाजिबो आउ किछि कहबिनी शेषरे गोटे कथा कहबी जे जो यंग लीडर्स माने अछंती से आज तमरो लीडर काली तम मानक भितरु किछि तांको जागा नबो एई जो किछि जागा नब मु सबु बेले कहे school will give you an equal opportunity to become unequal. खाली school नुहे. A society gives you an unequal opportunity to become unequal. तुम माने जानते हो गोटे बहुत फेमस सिनेमा थिला हमें ताकू कोट करू जो जीता वही सिकंदर. लाइफ रेस रे जीतिबाकू पड़िबो but with tolerance, with true spirit of a sports person. With these words, mu puni mor hardika कृतज्ञता जनइबे express my deepest gratitude to Sarath Mishra sir, to Madan Panda sir, to Keshav sir, of course Bhattacharya madam, Amara Ipsita madam, Sujata madam, all other teachers, parents who are here, and I wish Lord Jagannath shower all his blessings on these young leaders. Thank you very, very much.
Sir, I request you to be kindly on the stage. A huge round of applause for the chief guest of the occasion, IPS Shwamendra Kumar Priyadarshi. Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. Your words have truly lit the fire of inspiration amongst us. Now, it's time to express our gratitude to the chief guest of the occasion. We are grateful to you, sir, for sparing your valuable time and motivating the young minds of our school through your words of wisdom. Now, I would like to request to do the honors. I would like to request the chairman of our school, Sri Sharat Chandra Mishra, the regional director, Dr. K.C. Satpathy, the principal of Devi Public School Unit 8, the principal of Kalinga Nagar, and the principal in charge of our school, Madam Indira Bhattacharya, to join us on stage for the felicitation of the chief guest. Sir, please accept an expression of gratitude and keep sake of a hopefully enduring association with you. On behalf of the DAB family, we offer you an Angabastra as a symbol of protection, a Patachitra, which is an excellent piece of Odisha's traditional art, a sapling that signifies prosperity, and our school magazine. Thank you, sir, for your gracious presence in this program. It was a pleasure to have you amongst us. A huge round of applause once again. Thank you. Now, I'd like to request all the desk dignitaries to kindly take their seats. Moving on, it's time to offer a token of gratitude to everyone. And to do the honors, may I call upon Mrs. Sabitarani Panda on the stage. Madam, please.
Good afternoon to the August gathering present over here. I deem it my pleasure and privilege to propose the vote of thanks. It gives me immense pleasure to thank our esteemed chief guest of the day, Sri Shwamendra Kumar Priyadarshi, IPS, Commissioner of Police, Bhubaneswar, Cuttack, for sparing his valuable time and for bestowing us with his worthy words of wisdom, which would definitely help our young friends in shaping their career as well as building a very good personality. Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much. I extend a warm and sincere gratitude to esteemed Chairman Sir, Sri Madan Mohan Panda, DAB Public School, Kalinga Nagar, for his gracious presence on all the occasions and encouraging, motivating our young talents. I would like to thank our very own chairman, sir, Sri Sarat Chandra Misra, who always acts as the pathfinder towards a new and unique destination. I would like to offer my heartfelt gratitude to Madam Dr. Sujata, esteemed ARO, DAB Institution, Principal, DAB Pokariput, and Manager of our very own school, Madam Ipsita Das, Principal, DAB Unit 8, Sir Bipin Kumar Sahu, Principal, DAB Kalinganagar, for their benign presence. It really gives me pleasure to thank our beloved Founder Principal and Regional Director, Sir, Dr. Kesav Chandra Satpathy, the steward of our ship. Sir, all we know, all we do, and all we accomplish, it is only because of you. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank our beloved Principal in charge, Madam Indra Bhattacharya, who has always been into the minute detailing for each of our program and making it a successful one. My deepest gratitude to all our supervisors whose thoughts and ideas transform every planning into a successful venture. I take this opportunity to thank all our ever supportive parents, my colleagues, all our supporting staff for their dedication and devotion for making this program a successful one. A special mention to the Department of Civil Defense. A special thank to all my dear loving children. Children, without you all, there is no color in any of our program. Thank you so very much for your discipline. My sincere thanks to Susan sir, Chitra madam, Abhyasa Anindita, Smita Patnaik for the beautiful anchoring of the whole program. I take this opportunity to thank each and everyone who are directly or indirectly involved in this program. Dear friends, we all know that success is a journey, not a destination. So let's strive hard to reach the pinnacle of success. With this, I am Sabita Rani Ponda, House Coordinator for the session 2017-18 to 2021-22, signing out. Thank you.
Thank you. I request everybody, please stand up for national anthem. Parade Saavdhan. Please be in your position. I request as dignitaries proceed to our room. So wait, my dear friends.